Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well still, and welcome to this bonus. Before we jump into this bonus, a couple links I'd like to share. As many of you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, channel membership, and the merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Links to Patreon, PayPal, and channel membership is in the description below. Merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeff Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support the channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe. It doesn't cost a cent. Click that like button, takes half a second. If you don't want to miss out on any of the informative uploads I put out daily, click that bell icon, and folks, please leave a comment. Why? Well, because these things really do help the channel to continue to grow and go, and yes, folks, they definitely do matter. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's jump in to today's bonus, shall we? Okay, folks, so today's bonus upload is a clarification. I have done a short, and the short contains the photo you are going to see in a few seconds, and it just states, is this Ogopogo the sea serpent or lake monster or Dogman underwater? Here is that photo right now that is in that short. Okay, so that is the photo, and then I make the statement in the middle of the videos like Dogman underwater or Ogopogo the lake monster. You decide. And I read a few of the comments, and a bunch of comments are like AI generated photo. That's from a movie. A bunch of other just nonsensical things. And this is what I mean about the importance of researching something. Okay? The photo is strange, and I'm going to share it with you exactly where it came from. It came from a news clip, from a Canadian news clip, and a couple, an older couple, not even into cryptozoology or into whatever, were on their boat, and the husband had seen something strange, and he took a photo of it. Actually, he took a video, and that is a piece of the video that he took. And it was taken on Lake Okanagan, which is the lake that Ogopogo, the lake monster, supposedly lives in. And, I posted that short because when I initially had done a video about the lake Ogopogo monster, I put that video in there, and a few people had like, that's a Dogman underwater. And I can see the pareidolia of it, of, wow, it does kind of have a canine-like face. But it is not AI. That's like one of the main reasons why I'm making this video, is because one, it's not AI, and two, if the people decided to just say, that's a really weird photo. I wonder where that came from. And did a reverse Google search, they would have come across the news feed from that photo. And that's, I say it a lot, is research something instead of commenting what you just think it may be. You know, take 10 minutes out of your busy schedule instead of watching a video and then watching another video and then watching another video. Take 10 minutes and say, that photo is kind of strange. Is it AI? I wonder, before I comment and say that's AI 100%. And that's the biggest reason why I'm making the video, is because one of the comments was like 100% AI, da 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 da. Like, this person genuinely knew that it was AI. It was an AI created photo, and he was 100% correct, could not and was not anything else. Yet, with a simple click of the mouse, he could have seen where it actually came from. And there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting history about Lake Okanagan and the Ogopogo. Excuse me. So there is a lot of history. Sorry about that. I don't know. But I myself don't think that is a Dogman underwater. It resembles, yeah, maybe. But the ears, they don't look like ears to me. They look like horns. And I'm going to play you the news article or the news clip, news feed in a minute. But actually, what we'll do, I'll play the news feed right now for you guys to check it out.
That's where I thought it was a log.
On their last sale of the season, Dale Hanchar, his wife Colleen, and their neighbor Myrna Germaine Brown saw something shocking beneath Okanagan Lake's surface.
Nice easy breeze, cruising out across the lake, and we saw something in the water. And as a boater, I was just looking, is this something dangerous that needs to be marked so somebody doesn't run into it? We went by it. It looked like a log down into the water, but didn't look quite right.
That's when they snapped a photo.
It wasn't until we got home, we got looking at it and zoomed in on it, that we were like
puzzled.
The horns are if we can call them that, so the nodules.
Yeah.
Oh, at least 3 feet.
And then it goes out from there.
And, it would have been that big. And that's why I thought, if it was Ogopogo sleeping, I don't want to be here.
Now, we've shown the photograph to our expert, and he was surprised by what he saw. However, he does have a theory of what it could be, if not the legendary lake monster Ogopogo.
I am not going to lie. As soon as I opened up, I did have a moment of hesitation, like, whoa, this is not like something I've seen before, because you immediately see the horns. And a lot of classic depictions of lake monsters, people will note horns of some type. At first glance, it does appear to be monstrous looking. You're looking at some head, but, taking into consideration being able to zoom in and the coloration and, the location in which a head would naturally be in relation to a leg or a wing, it appears to be some sort of aquatic bird, whether it be a goose or a duck or something like that.
Whether a duck, a goose, or Ogopogo itself, the photo continues to keep the legend of the mysterious lake monster alive and well.
All right, so that is the news clip that made that photo famous. As you can see, that older couple, they aren't interested in cryptozoology. I doubt very highly that they are watching my videos, Dark Waters videos, David Politis, Steve from How to Hunt. I doubt highly that they are reading blog sites about cryptids. They are just living their lives. They don't care about cryptozoology. They just posted that because they were like, what the hell is this? Is that Ogopogo? Is that the Okanagan monster? The second thing I want to talk about really quick is the expert in folklore, I mean, come on now. My own view is that there is no experts in any field at all, because a person who studies any field is constantly learning, because our science is constantly evolving. Like a geologist, he or she, whoever, are constantly learning about new ways of detecting different things about our earth and metals and rock and this and that. They are not experts, though, because they can still learn something. An expert, in my eyes, is a person who knows all. So this folklorist expert that says it's an aquatic bird, one, where do you get a bird? I do not see a bird at all. And no bird that I've ever seen has any kind of horns or whatever the hell that thing is in the back. They look almost like a tower, like the weird kind of spindular tower that cones up. I don't know what they are. I do know that in a lot of the statues and renditions of Ogopogo, that it does have these kind of strange horn-like things on the top of its head. I don't believe that it is a Dogman underwater. I'm more leaning towards it may be Ogopogo. Second, that is not a sturgeon. Sturgeons do not have any kind of horn-like growths on the top of their head. They have like plates, but not two on the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not criticizing anybody either. That's not what I'm doing. The AI thing got me, because if that person or those people would just, I do it all the time. I see a picture and I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And I will reverse Google search it, and then I'll dive deep into a hole looking at things. And they bring me off to some other, and I'll go from looking at one picture to now I'm looking at something completely different. And then I'm mad at myself because I led myself this way when I wanted to go that way. But those comments are just, take the time. Take the time to look. Take the time to learn. YouTube is great. We learn from YouTube. We do. And we get different ideas of different avenues to learn about. One of the things that I wanted to share is a little bit about the, history or whatnot on Ogopogo. and then you guys decide. I don't know what is going on in my throat, so I apologize today, guys. In Canadian folklore, Colombian folklore, in Canadian folklore, the Ogopogo is a lake monster said to inhabit Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, Canada. That's where I got Columbia. Some scholars have charted the entity's development from First Nations folklore and widespread water monster folklore motifs. The Ogopogo now plays a role in commercial symbolism and media representation of the region. Okanagan Lake is the largest of 5 interconnected freshwater lakes in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia. Named after the First Nations people who first inhabited the area, it was created when melting glaciers flooded the valley some 10,000 years ago. It stretches for 127.1 kilometers or 79 miles and has a maximum depth of 232.3 meters or 762 feet and an average depth of 75.9 meters or 249 feet. Okanagan has frozen over during 8 winters in the last 110 years. The lake monster has been mostly described as being a serpentined creature with smooth, dark skin, with a large body thicker than a telephone pole, and being 15 meters or 49 feet in length. The monster has said to have moved at incredible speeds, coiling its body in vertical undulations and propelling itself with a powerful tail. Native origins. According to Ben Radford, the Ogopogo is more closely tied to native myth than is any other lake monster. The Squiamish and the Syilx natives regarded the Ogopogo, which they called the Nahatik, as a evil supernatural entity with great power and ill intent. The word Nahatik has various translations, such as water demon, water god, or sacred creature of the water. In native lore, Nahatik demanded a live sacrifice for safe crossing of the lake. For hundreds of years, First Nations would sacrifice small animals before entering the water. Oral traditions often describe visiting Chief Timbasket, who rejected the required sacrifice, denying the existence of the demon. Upon entering the lake on a canoe with his family, Nahatik whipped up the surface of the lake with its long tail, and the canoe and its occupants were sucked to the bottom of the lake. The Nahatik is often described as using its tail to create fierce storms to drown victims. In 1855, John McDougall claimed that his horses were sucked down into the water in nearly his canoe before he cut the line. According to Pat Raphael of the West Bank First Nation, a member nation of the larger Okanagan National Alliance, the demonic view of Nahatik came about through miscommunication between Canadians' early European settlers and the Syilx and Okanagan people. The Syilx, it's Nahaha Itku, a sacred spirit of the lake that protects the valley. The spirit was said to dwell in caves under Rattlesnake Lake, aka Monster Island, or adjacent to Squally Point. Alleged sightings. Susan Allison, 1872 sighting, was the first detailed Ogopogo account from a white settler. She was the first non-native person to live in the region, establishing relations with the native people. While driving on Highway 97 in 1968, Art Folden noticed something moving in the lake. He pulled off the road and filmed what he claimed to be footage of an alleged creature, showing a large wake moving across the water. Folden estimated that the Ogopogo was 100 meters or 110 yards offshore. A computer analysis of the footage concluded it was a solid three-dimensional object. Folden noticed something large and lifelike in the distance out of the calm water and pulled out his home movie camera to capture the object. 2005 investigation conducted by Ben Radford with Joe Nickel and John Kirk for National Geographic Channel show Is It Real? Utilized surveyor boats to find the actual distance of the alleged creature from shore. They found that it was much closer to shore than originally thought, resulting in a reduction of its actual size and speed. They concluded, that it was likely a real animal, but its size had been greatly overestimated. That it was probably a waterfowl, otter, or beaver, too far away to be identified. In 1980s, local tourism agency offered a cash reward for proven sighting of the beast. Greenpeace announced that the beast must be filmed, but not captured. The Ogopogo was listed as an endangered species. In 1980, around 50 tourists watched the alleged Ogopogo for 45 minutes off the beach. Larry Thal, a tourist from Vancouver, shot some 8mm film, albeit for only 10 seconds. Some skeptics have suggested that it was only a pair of otters. In 1989, John Kirk reportedly saw an animal which was 10.7 to 12.2 meters, or 35 to 40 feet long, consisting of 5 sleek jet black humps with a lashing tail. He believed it to be traveling somewhere between 40 kilometers or 25 miles an hour. Another sighting in 89 occurred in an area of Long Booms near Bear Creek, where Ken Chaplin and his 78-year-old father staked out the area with a video camera. He caught what they described as a slim serpent-like creature measuring up to 15 feet in length, swimming around 75 feet from their canoe. The creature slapped its tail before diving, with Ken stating, "If it had hit a man, it would have killed him." Ken came back to that location a few days later with his daughter and caught the same creature again. The sighting was cataloged in magazines, newspapers, and appeared on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. However, after being analyzed by local biologists, including Robert Lincoln, stated that they overestimated the animal, Lincoln concluded that it was a beaver by the behavior and the shape of the tail. Chris Bull, who ran a local fishing department, would later state it was possibly meant to grab the attention for the community. 92, Paul DeMera videotaped something or some things that were traveling just below the surface at a good speed, estimated about 8 kilometers or 5 miles per hour. Boat towing a water skier suddenly appears in frame. The skier falls into the water near the object. Within several minutes, DeMera made 2 other videotapes showing what appeared to be multiple animals in the water. And then Ben Radford, of course, pops in and says it's otters. In 2005, FBI video specialist Grant Fredericks concluded that the object was very consistent with debris from a fallen tree, nothing that it very slowly bobs up and down. So it seems to me that, and then some other people have claimed that it may be a plesiosaur, because there is a statue underwater of Ogopogo, and it resembles a plesiosaur. Now, this Ben Radford guy and his kind of crew, I myself believe that there is possibly something living there. There's been Native Americans are well aware of otter, beaver, they wouldn't create a fairy tale out of an otter, they wouldn't create some monster. Only 20 minutes north of me is Champ, a plesiosaurus-like creature that lives in Lake Champlain. I believe that me and my friends saw something weird. I'm not going to say it was Champ, but we saw something strange at a Boy Scout jamboree when we were in Crown Point, which is by Ticonderoga, Fort Ticonderoga on Lake Champlain. And, I think that these biologists and such, I think they come to discredit a lot, but that's the name of the game. They want to disprove and keep everything a secret when we know there is something there. But that's not why I'm making the video. Once again, I wanted to share a little bit of information about Ogopogo and that video or that photo, that short that was made, because it's not AI. You can see in the video of the news reel that they didn't create that. They immediately contacted the news and said, check this out. This is weird. You know, what is this? Is this Ogopogo? And if you look at the artist renditions of what Ogopogo looks like, it really does resemble Ogopogo. It really does resemble a water monster. I think it's pareidolia about a Dogman because it's got those two things sticking up, but they are not ears. I've never seen a dog's ears look like that. You know, if you look at that photo, they do not look like ears. They look like some kind of strange horn. But the reason why, once again, I made the video is to just share a little bit of information about Ogopogo and to clarify that that is not an AI created photo. It is an actual photo taken from a video from an older couple on retirement enjoying their boat on the lake. And, you know, then you've got the neckbeard folklore expert, Neckbeard Joe, claiming that it's some kind of waterfowl. Well, if it's a waterfowl, I've never seen a bird with, you know, those don't even look like legs sticking up, you know? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to clarify where that photo came from. And I hope that the people that watch the short will watch this video and realize that, you know, that's definitely not AI. So with that, guys, I truly appreciate all your support. Just a kind of fun, quick bonus to get the day going a little faster until tomorrow, because tomorrow is Saturday Nightmares live stream. The week has went by real quick. So I hope to see you guys all there, and I'd like to thank you all for supporting the channel. It is, after all, your support that keeps this channel growing and going. And honestly, what makes it a place for people to share their ideas, theories, and experiences without ridicule and judgment. And I know people are going to say, well, you're ridiculing the people that said it's AI. Maybe. But no, I'm not. I'm just clarifying that it's not AI. And to do a little research. Research is fun, you know? Click, 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 and oh, whoa, okay, that's where that came from. Oh, it's not AI generated. Oh, it's something more interesting. Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. So, guys, please stay safe, happy, healthy, and ever vigilant, keeping an eye on our children, pets, family, and friends. These creatures are real. They are out there. They're dangerous. Share this information with those you love and care about, and it may just help save their lives someday. Until next time, never stop asking questions, never stop searching for the truth or answers, and God bless.